Jim, the season comes to a close this afternoon. How do you reflect on 2020-21?
Listen, I think next week I'll probably, when we sit down with the staff as a group on Tuesday and go back over the things we've done well and think about the things that we could do better next season going forward. I think in the grand scheme of things, James, it's been a very good season. I think there has been a little bit of disappointment along the way in terms of how close we came to three situations where we've got the top six, the two semi-finals, but to be standing here now, seventh, best of the rest, on what we've managed to do in terms of some of the milestones that we've managed to reach that haven't been done for a number of decades. I think I will look back on it fondly. Of course, there will always be that element of what could have been, but at the same time, I think if you go back to the start of the season and we had said we would have finished seventh and got the two semi-finals, then not many would have believed us, I don't think.
Really nice to end the season on the high note, getting that seventh spot.
Yes, absolutely. The clean sheet was great. I actually thought it was a relatively good game in terms of how good 0-0s can be. Of course, we would have liked to have scored a couple of goals. I thought we had at least one definite penalty, possibly another shout for a penalty with the handball. Dundee United certainly could have scored as well. They had Shanklin had a good header in the middle of the 6-yard box the first half. They had a couple of goalmouth scrambles as well in the second half. It could have been a 2-2 very easily. But overall, I'm just extremely pleased for everybody connected to the club. The board of directors, the players, my staff, you guys behind the scenes who work incredibly hard, and of course the supporters who have had to sit at home all year and miss out on some fantastic results. Like going to Parkhead and winning, beating Rangers here in the quarter-final League Cup. The only team domestically to beat Rangers. And we've had a couple of trips to Hampden where we would have loved to have had 15 or 20,000 of our own fans there cheering us on, and I actually do believe they would have made all the difference on both occasions actually. So we're all desperate to get them back in, James, and I hope that we never have to experience anything like this ever again.
Yeah, just lastly on that note, you'll be hoping this will be today the last time that this place is empty for a game? Definitely.
And I've got to give great credit to not only our players but all of the players at all of the clubs that have played up and down the country without supporters. It's an extremely difficult thing to do, and I think that they deserve a lot of credit for playing at the intensity that they have done for the majority of the season, for being able to get some good performances. We've had a number of really good individual performances, but the thing that always pleased me the most is the team, and it's that work rate, that team effort. And we're constantly trying to change the culture here at the club. We're constantly trying to recruit good players who have got winning mentalities, and we'll do that again in the summer, and we'll build on what we've done this season. They just said that to the players after the game, that we can't come back next season and be satisfied with seventh. We've got to go again and try and make sure this time round we don't make any mistakes and we get that top six. Great to see Brophy back. Brilliant to see him for an hour. I think if we'd have kept him fit from January to now, there's no doubt we would have made top six. You can just see in that performance there how good he was. But there's a number of other great performances. Jamie McGrath, we're hopeful that Jamie will make it into the senior Irish international setup in a couple of weeks' time, which again would be a great achievement for Jamie. 17 goals from midfield. I'm not sure it's ever been done by a player in the St Mirren midfield at the top level. The amount of debuts that we've given to young players, which is something, of course, as a club we're very proud of. And we've got the youngest player ever to play in the Premier League in Dylan Reid. So loads and loads of positives to take, James. Let's not dwell too much on the disappointment, and let's look at how well things have went.
Well, Jim, congratulations on a really good season, and enjoy whatever break you do get.
Thanks, James. Top
Cheers.
man.
Thanks.